Everybody has something that makes them uncomfortable. For a lot of people, it's spiders. For me, it's the word moist. And for Redskins fans, it's losing 5 of your first 6 games. The tractors aren't pulling people, they're pulling weight, about 35,000 pounds of it. That's like pulling 4 elephants. According to a mathematical formula, the Nationals have a 1.9% chance of making the playoffs. So you're telling me there's a chance. And put the ball in the goal. But don't miss the goal, because then you have to go get the ball, and that's not good for your score. If you bike on a road or on grass or in the woods, it's a pretty good exercise. If you like biking on all 3 while having to deal with a bunch of obstacles, you were probably at Winchester Applecross today. Should be fun to see if the Warriors can defend that state title. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring, and Sharando getting it done against Hamley.
Wow, what a great story, Ted.
The long snap, the start of any good field goal or punt. It's important, but a thankless job. People only know who you are if you screw up.
If a long snapper gets noticed, it's for the wrong reasons. So, I don't think we get enough credit, but I don't think we don't need to get a lot of credit. We have one job, and it's pretty simple.
Tommy Abel has long snapped since high school. It helped him get more playing time because nobody else wanted to do it. Probably because if you're good at it, you don't make the highlight reel.
When you do it right, and it's consistent, it gets recognized, but they just expect it. It's just not something that's praised.
Watching Tommy made me wonder if long snapping was hard.
That's how it's done.
So I spent some time with him and tried to learn the art myself. First, get your legs nice and wide.
Just like you're throwing a football, you're up top, you put it down, you put your opposite hand, put your middle finger on the middle lace, like so, and you just spin it back.
Just spin it back? Let's just get the stance right.
So something like this?
Yep, that's good.
Off to a good start. Now it's time to grip the ball the right way.
Tilt it up so you don't have to be so, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Now you put that other opposite hand up there on the middle finger and throw it back.
Just throw it back. He makes it sound so easy. What kind of motion do I do with my wrist?
It's like a snap. You got to get it back there, you have to turn.
My first snap would have rolled to the punter. I'm not impressed.
Something like that.
My second one was too high. On my third try, I snapped my wrist, the same motion you do when you're beating eggs. Much better.
It was on target.
It was tricky, but not as hard as I expected. Tommy makes a good teacher, probably because he's done it at football camps.
And I've gotten kids to do it, and the kid who snaps in my old high school is who I taught, at a little camp, when he was like 7 or 8 years old, so it worked out.
I'm not at that level yet, but practice makes perfect.
Over years, obviously, you're going to get faster and quicker, and the spiral's going to get a little tighter, but, you had the gist right there.
If you go to a Sharando volleyball game, you'll see a few familiar faces in the stands. Sharando football players.
We try to come out every week. Sometimes got too much homework, so we got to stay home.
They like to talk to us about coming out here, playing, just watching them play and cheer them on the whole time.
The girls on the volleyball team brought them in with a simple pitch.
Come out and watch us smack the team we're playing tonight. Sometimes they get it done, but sometimes they don't.
The girls say it's great motivation to have a loud cheering section. As for Isaiah Williams, he didn't need any pushing to start coming to the volleyball games.
My father, he works here, so I've been coming out here since I was a young kid, supporting the girls, and it's a lot of fun. They support us on Friday night, so it's just a return in the favor.
I go out there every week, and I like the fact that they come to my games, too. That's nice.
Once the other football players followed Isaiah's lead, it started helping out both teams. Because they go to each other's games, it helps the players become closer.
Knowing that our school is supporting us in something that we're playing in, just like we go to their football games and support them with the sport that they're playing in. So it makes the school all together feel like a family, knowing that we're all there for each other and we all support each other.
Even with school to worry about, the football players are more interested in helping out their friends.
Yeah, we have homework to do, but it's a friendship we have. Sharando High School is a family, so we all try to stick together and try to support each other.
So what's the best part of the football cheering section?
Cheering when we get kills, cheering when we get aces, and I guess you could say cheering when the team messes up. I love when we got a block and then they would jump up. That was great, because that's what we do too, so it's nice to have people in the stands doing that.
In Frederick County, Ted Goldberg in your community.
TV3 Winchester Sports with Ted Goldberg.
The last time Hanley played Liberty, the Judges were down 21 at halftime but stormed back to win. After that game, head coach Tony Rayburn told me he needed a nap. He was probably hoping for an easier game on Saturday in the first round of the playoffs. Both teams were tied at 23 after the first half. Will Deering played well all game in the third quarter. Here's a nice 25-yard touchdown pass to Jarrett Sestero. Judges up by a score. Liberty responded with a TD. We're tied again. Ensuing drive, DJ Frisbee scampers forward for 15 yards. That led to another Hanley score. Judges up 37-30. In the fourth quarter, Eagles made it a one-score game, but here's Frisbee again. Here you see him, and then he's gone. An 80-yard touchdown run. Hanley goes up 47-37. Under 6 minutes left, Eagles march down the field. This score made it 47-43. Deering threw an interception a couple plays later, so Hanley goes back on defense. Liberty goes with the quarterback run, and Jason Morgan has a chance for the tackle, and so does Brian Thomas, but the quarterback gets past all of those guys. It's a touchdown. That was the game winner. Hanley falls to Liberty 49-47. Coach Rayburn and his boys would have liked to move past the first round, but the Judges can be happy about getting better from last season. Twice as many points, 4 more wins, and lots of motivation to be even better for next season. For the second year in a row, Shenandoah is sending out its seniors against Washington and Lee. Last year, it didn't go so well. The Hornets lost by 19 on the road to finish a 1-win season. SU trying to do its seniors a little better on Saturday. Not off to a good start, though, on the Generals' first drive. They march their way down the field and strike first blood from just 2 yards out. Hornets go down 7-0. SU responded quickly. The offensive line lets the blitzers go by, and that frees up Cedric Delaney to go 70 yards to the house on a screen pass. Hornets tie things up at 7. At the end of the first quarter, Drew Ferguson on play action finds the freshman tight end Miles Green. He gets close to the first down marker. Into the second quarter now, same drive. SU going for the field goal and a 3-point lead. Doink. Off the crossbar, score holds at 7 points apiece. Hornets defense stepped up, though, on the next drive. Byron Mitchell, the senior in his last game, forces the fumble and recovers it. Both teams tied at 14 after 4 quarters. SU goes on to win in overtime, 21-14. Drew Ferguson tosses a 22-yard touchdown to David Bell to ice this one. Byron Mitchell had a man's game, 17 tackles. He now has the most stops in SU history with 276. The Hornets go from 1 win last year to 4 wins this season. James Madison also played its last home game, lose, and the Dukes missed the playoffs. In the first quarter, Dukes were down 11. Michael Birdsong finds Dean Cheatham for the TD. It's 14-10 Stony Brook in the second quarter. Lyle Negrin throws one of his 5 touchdowns on the night. The Seawolves hang up 41 points on JMU, and the Dukes lose to Stony Brook 41-38 your final. SU football won 4 times as many games this year as last season. The Hornets basketball team hopes to be another turnaround story. Shenandoah lost 19 straight games to end the 2012 season, but with a win against Hood, that would keep SU undefeated so far, at least through 2 games. Nice little welcome there, and SU kept the fun going. 7 minutes left in the first half. Avery Green with a nice drive to the basket. He puts up SU 16-12. Byron Mitchell forced a fumble in football. 4 minutes later, his twin brother Bryce steals it. Nice steal there, but basket's no good, but that's okay. There's Green on the rebound. Hornets go up 5 at halftime in the second half. Green set the tone. This nice bucket here gets the lead back to 5. Green had 29 points in this game. Hornets go on to win 76-71. James Wood Volleyball played in the regional finals over the weekend. A win would help the Colonels get a better playoff seed in the state semis. But Loudoun County swept the Colonels. No worries, though. Wood is still alive, but has to face Jamestown on Thursday. And that's a team that has only lost once all year. We'll have highlights on the news that day. So it'll be exciting to see what James Wood can do. State semifinals on Thursday.